Okay, here we go. Time for another interview, okay? Okay, so what is today? What's today's date? Do you know?
Is I think it's uh June 1st.
So it's June, what year?
2019.
Okay, when's the last time we had an interview?
2018.
Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Valentina.
What's your middle name?
My middle name is Yunhee. It means beautiful and like joy.
Okay, and how old are you?
I am 8 years old. I have a very late birthday. I turned 9 on August 2nd.
Okay, and then, so you'll be 9 soon, and how old are you? So you're 8 now, and but your birthday's in the middle of the summer, so you don't get to have a birthday during the school year.
Yeah.
So do you ever have a party at school?
No, but I do kind of have a party at school when it's my half birthday. Like, my mom just comes in and usually brings me sushi sometimes, from Wegmans. Or maybe my dad will come in and he will bring me Wendy's, which I really like, but sometimes it's kind of hard to eat because our lunchtime is shorter than like my lunchtime at home, so I have less time to eat.
And what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to sing. I have many interests. Like I love basketball, so I wish to be a very good basketball player when I grow up, a female basketball player, and I really like singing. So I want to be a singer when I grow up. And also, I want to be part rapper, part singer because I do like rapping.
So who's like that? Like who does something like that?
Well, like Cardi B raps and Billie Eilish sings.
But is there a person who does like some of each or no?
I don't know many singers that rap, and I do know many singers that just sing, like people that just sing.
Yeah.
So I don't really know.
So who are your friends?
My friends, right now, I'm friends with Eliza and Gabrielle, Cecilia, let me think, Cecilia and Adriana. Adriana's really nice, Gabrielle's really nice, all my friends are technically really nice. Eliza's nice, Cecilia's
But
nice.
is that who you play with each day or someone else?
I usually sometimes they don't really want to play, and like I get that because sometimes people sometimes if I play with a person every day, sometimes I get a little bored and I want to meet new people and kind of have.
So who do you play with
Like
each day or usually?
Well, so usually I play with Gabrielle. Gabrielle plays with me. Sometimes we play with each other, just us, and sometimes we play all in a big group with other people. And I've honestly, throughout from first grade to right now, I've never played with a boy. I used to play with boys in preschool and kindergarten. I had this friend named Zachary and this other guy. I don't know his name. But the guy I hanged out most with his name was Zachary.
Did you ever have a boyfriend?
No, that's gross.
Is there a boy that you liked ever?
No.
Who do you have sleepovers with? Like when you have play dates? Have you had sleepovers? I think you have, right?
I've had, just so you know, when you said boyfriend, I don't know, like, do you mean a boyfriend or a boy who's a friend?
No, I meant like a boyfriend, like who?
Dad, I'm too young for that.
Oh, you don't have any boyfriends.
That's gross.
So what about sleepovers?
Sleepovers. In second grade, I used to have lots of sleepovers, like a ginormous amount of sleepovers with Molly C. And I had sleepovers with, nowadays, I haven't had many sleepovers this year.
Have you ever slept over at anyone else's house, or is it always at your house?
Let me think about that. Oh, I have had a lot. I've had 2 sleepovers at Tatum's house. The first time, both this year. The first time, she has this little pull-out bed, and I slept in there. And the second time, it was kind of with Marin. Marin is Tim's older sister. I know you might find that a little weird, but her whole family, like her sisters and her, like they're all my friends. Like Tatum is in my grade, and then Marin's in 7th grade, and Lyndon, I don't know what grade she is. I don't usually hang out with her, but she's really nice. And so the second time, I watched 47 meters below or under or down. I don't know.
Was that, you mean like a movie or something?
It's a movie, and it's kind of scary. I wouldn't say it's like scary, but I would say it's like gross because it involves lots of blood, like lots of blood. But it would be scary if you have a large fear of thermophobia. Thermophobia is a fear of the ocean, or like deep.
Do you have that?
I have that kind of, not really. Just a light part of that.
What are your big ones? Your big fears?
Like I have a fear of dying alone.
What's that called? That doesn't have a name?
I forgot. No, I don't think that one has a name. I have this thing, I'm pretty sure it has a weird complicated name. I don't think it ends with phobia. I'm pretty sure it ends with like a weird thing, but like let's just call it for now aerophobia. I know it starts with airy. So it's airy, let's just say it's aerophobia. And it's a fear of non-living things. That's a big fear for me. I'm scared of like dolls. I'm scared of like statues. I'm just scared of those things because they're kind of paranormal for me because like they have things that aren't alive that have eyes literally freak me out because eyes, like people watching me, that like if someone says I'm watching you or like try to give a threat to me, I will literally freak out. Like I will be so scared unless it's like my friend and they're just trying to freak me out and I know it. Unless they're like, hey, do you know what will scare you? Did you know that I'm always going to be watching you? I'm like, yeah, sure, like, okay. But if it's like a stranger or maybe like stranger danger, people like don't talk to strangers. Like unless it's like a stranger that like it's your like mom's like friend or like your dad's friend. If it's like someone that you know is like not going to hurt you, like you know kind of some about them. Like if there's just someone that you see at Wegmans and they kind of look, they're just a normal person. I mean, it's safe to just say hi or wave to them, but if you go up to a person and say hi, never tell them your like password, your address, or anything like that because you're giving some personal information to them. And if like they're a criminal and they want to rob your house, they can go straight to your place because you just told them like where you live and they can go there.
So do you have dolls that have eyes, or is there any particular doll you have
when
like that?
When I was younger, I used to mostly play with American Girl dolls. Now those freak me out. Barbie dolls, okay, like they're kind of creepy, but if I looked for them like for at least like 20 seconds, I wouldn't be like so freaked out. I wouldn't be like going all around like making people call 911. Like I'll never do that. It's not like a fear, but I mean I just don't like looking at them. Like my American Girl dolls, if I look for them for at least 10 seconds, I'm out. Like I'm just have to go upstairs into my room and I'm going to cuddle with my stuffed animal. And I am going to wait for at least 1 hour and then I go back and I just like play and do some other stuff. But like
So what's the recent movie? Any movies that you've seen that you like lately?
I do like 47 meters below. I like it. Just me personally, I like it because it kind of. I like movies where like people die and then it shows a sign that like if one person dies and then you die, you're actually with them in heaven.
What else did you see?
I saw. I really like Coraline. I love Coraline.
Oh, did you always like that? Because I think Kiara always liked it.
I always liked it. I don't know why, because it includes like dolls. Like dolls freak me out, and for some reason I feel like when I come face to face to my greatest fears on TV, I actually like that movie. Like I have therophobia, and yeah, I watched a movie where like there are these people and they're underwater, and but they do survive for 2 hours and then they die, but they're together in heaven. One girl dies like earlier and then the other girl dies later. But if you're going to watch this movie, like I don't want to spoil it for you, so they're underwater 47 meters down below, and they survive for 2 hours because they have an air tank. And then there's this guy who tries to come to save them, but then he dies because of a shark, and then they take his air tank. He has an extra one and one on his back, and one girl takes one and the other girl takes another, and then one girl gets bit by the shark, and then the other one survives, but then she starts hallucinating because when you're at the bottom of the ocean for a long time, you start hallucinating, and then she's under there with no help, and then she just ends up dying. And then the last scene is just so sweet. It makes me feel so good inside. Both of them, like these two girls, the two main characters, they're just swimming up to shore, and it just makes me feel so happy because now they're together. And I feel like although your life ends, I feel like you're having a nice life with the people who are already dead. Although you might be thinking no, like I would be so scared, like I don't want to go to heaven, I don't want to die. And I'm saying like, yeah, like you wouldn't want to die. I'm just saying like it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying you like right now today you should like kill yourself. That's just horrible. I feel like you should enjoy life when you have it, and then when it stops and you go to heaven, I feel like you can be with the ones that already died before you, but the ones that like maybe one of your relatives died. When you go to heaven, you could see them. I mean, like I don't really know. I'm not so religious.
Do you play a musical instrument?
I play cello.
Do you like playing cello?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing it?
I've been playing it. I don't know. You should ask my dad.
Huh. I think a few years, probably 3 years, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably right. Who's your teacher?
Mr. Jones, but
No, I meant your cello teacher.
Oh, my cello teacher, Mrs. Kemp.
Uh-huh.
Her full name's Kathy Kemp, I think.
Uh-huh.
I don't know her middle name.
Okay. Oh, I know. What vacations have you been on? Like when you go on vacation, which ones have you been on so far?
I've gone to Aruba, Cleveland, Washington, D.C., Hawaii. Where else have I been? Oh, San Francisco. What's the one that I recently... Oh, Michigan. And, Paris. Paris I've gone to a long time ago, but I have been to Paris. Yeah, that's all I
Did you go to Spain?
Spain.
Barcelona?
Yeah.
And what about Iceland?
Iceland, and then I also went to Iceland and
Ireland.
Ireland, yeah, Ireland. So 10 places that I can think of right now.
Uh-huh. And what did you like out of those places?
I just liked that I was spending time with my family. You know, I don't feel such a special feeling when you go to a place and then you go there again. I feel like the first time you go there, you get that fresh experience. And I feel like when it's so new to you, you just feel so good about yourself. Like you feel like you like saw something super incredible, but then when you go there again, there's not really much to see because you've already seen all of it. But I've gone to Aruba a couple of times. I've gone to Aruba a long time ago, which was with my mom. So that, and then I went again last year. 2 years ago. And so then it was kind of a new experience because because 2 years ago, I didn't really remember all those years ago. And I don't really either right now, but I just remember that I went there when I was way younger. And so then it was kind of a new experience. It was really fun. But then I did some really cool stuff. And then last year, was it last year? Maybe it was this year. But it was getting close to this year, or maybe it was already this year. I don't know. We went to Aruba again. It wasn't such a new experience with me, but it was fun. I did get kind of a new experience because I went horseback riding. That was so fun. My favorite animal is a tiger. I like a white tiger. Those are really pretty. The orange ones I like, but not really. And so, but I don't love horses. Just I really like it because what kind of person can ride a tiger? That would be really cool, but it's kind of dangerous. So I do like horseback riding. You're riding an animal, and it's probably one of the animals that you can ride. And there's barely any. You can ride a camel, but isn't that
I've seen it before. I've seen a camel. Have
you ridden a camel?
No, but I thought Kiara and Gemma did at maybe the Toronto Zoo or some sort of zoo where they take a camel and they have a little leash for him or something, and they walk him around in a circle. Then kids wait in line and they're allowed to go on him. But I'm not sure if it's a camel or an elephant, because I think elephant is another one you can sort of ride.
Yeah, elephants you can ride. Just you have to make sure that they're kind of tamed because elephants can be kind of crazy. If you've ever watched Aladdin. No, it wasn't Aladdin. Oh, it was Cinderella. It was one of these Cinderellas where the...
No. Shouldn't that be Aladdin?
No, it was Aladdin. Yeah, it was Aladdin.
Because
No.
isn't there a famous monkey in Aladdin?
No, it was. Wait.
Or is that another story?
No, I think it was Cinderella. It was Cinderella. It was one of the Cinderella movies. It was one of the animated ones, but it wasn't the first one. It was another one. It was if you've ever watched a Cinderella Twist in Time, it wasn't that one. Actually, yeah, it was a Cinderella Twist in Time. No. I don't know, but it was another kind of Cinderella, and it was where there was this it was because there was this elephant and it got scared by this mouse, and then the elephant started going crazy, and there was a man on it, so it was kind of dangerous. But the man was like, "Oh, this is super fun!" And then the elephant shot up and he went flying, and he actually fell on one of those wheelie things and fell in a seat. And he was like, "Oh, this is fun! I can see my house from here." It was really funny.
So the reason you started talking about this, I think, is because you you said white tigers. You also said that you were in Aruba and you were on horses. Oh, I know. The last time we went horseback riding, and then what else did you do that was different that time?
My sister Kiara, she brought her friend Doran.
Yep.
And that was kind of a new experience. Doran didn't really change anything. She probably made Kiara feel like it was funner, but for me, not really.
But did you do any other activities that you had done before when we were there this last time?
I don't know.
Do you remember the one where we were on a boat?
Oh yeah, we went parasailing. I went with Gemma, and I actually almost threw up. If you've ever had that grainy feeling right before you throw up, it tells you it like is this grainy feeling, and it says you're going to barf, and then like about 1 minute, well, like 30 seconds later you start barfing.
Oh.
Sometimes that happens, and that grainy taste I got, it doesn't go out of your mouth. You just taste it and then you swallow it back down.
Well, I remember you were.
I had that grainy feeling and I swallowed it down, but then I realized that I actually swallowed down my whole bar.
Yeah, I remember you were leaning a bit against the side of the boat.
I literally felt like I was about to barf. I was like,
Yeah, but you didn't.
yeah.
Huh. Okay.
But one time when I was sick, I did barf. But the cool thing is that I knew I was going to barf because it was trying to leave my mouth. So I was like covering my mouth, and I like went to the toilet, and I was like, bleh.
Huh.
It did not. I had like a stomach bug. If
Oh.
you've ever had that after you barf.
Ooh.
Well, it's not a physical bug because that's just gross. But it's like it kind of is still in there, and it kind of like feels a little gross, and you kind of have to wait a little, and then that gross feeling kind of gets out.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to wrap up now. I can hear some thunder. It's I think there are a few drops that already came down. Okay.
Okay.
I'll talk to you again another time.
Bye.
Bye.